Helen Thomas. Do you know who Miss Helen Thomas is? They said that Helen Thomas is she's the Kanye West before there was a Kanye West. They said she's definitely the Kyrie Irving before Kyrie Irving. She has no qualms in telling the truth about the Jewish people. In 2010, when she was asked at there was a Jewish celebration that was going on at the White House, to where Miss Thomas was invited because she was the senior press corps secretary or whatever. And they asked her feelings about the Jewish people. And Miss Thomas' response was, tell them to get the hell out of Palestine, which is absolutely the truth that needed to be stated. She had the gall to state it. No, not rotate my device. It's just gonna have to go like that. But she had the unmitigated gall to state it. She didn't hold her tongue or none of that shit. She said exactly what needed to be said to Israel. Now, one thing I'm pointing out about Israel is this. They will never call themselves Israelites. They will always refer to themselves as Israelis because, in essence, that's what they are. They are Israeli people. They are not Israelites. And so they cannot label themselves an Israelite. So anything that you hear concerning the people of Israel, they will be referred to as Israelis, and that's on purpose because they know that they are not the true seed. They know that they are not the true Jews. They are Ashkenazi Jews that come from Poland and from Germany and from France and all of these different areas, posing as if they are the true Jews. That's who these people are, and that's why they will not refer to themselves as Israelites. An Israelite is somebody who comes from the land of Israel. They are someone who has Jewish heritage. They are from the people who presided over the house of Israel in Jerusalem. And that's where the sub-name of Jew comes from. It's a derivative of Jerusalem. And these people always refer to themselves to where you could identify them from the region in which they came from, which was Jerusalem. And so they call themselves Jews, Jewish people. And you had the Ashkenazi Jews, who were the white Jews that came down from the Ashkenazi area, who came down from the Caucasus Mountains, and they took on the identity of Jews so that the people who were enemy to Jerusalem would not attack them. But they came in and they adopted Jewish customs, they adopted the Jewish traditions, and they practiced these things for many years without anybody dealing with them because they thought they were the Jews coming back into the land, which they were not. And so these Ashkenazi Jews came in and usurped the identity of the true Jews. Hitler even stated He said, yeah, I understand that the people are supposed to come back into their land. That's been prophesied. But what I don't understand in the prophecy is that it was stated that these black Jewish people, these Nubian Jewish people, were going to come back to their land. So how is it that they left black and Nubian and they came back white as snow? And this was a problem that Hitler had with it because they were trying to hide under the banner of Judaism. And the Jews that Hitler was looking for were in fact those counterfeit Jews who were hiding out because they didn't blend in with the rest of the Jews, the true Jews, I should say. And so when we look at these different films, there was a film about a little boy who befriended another little boy who was in one of the concentration camps until the little boy was gassed. This whole movie was full of propaganda to try to humanize the killers, the murdering Germans, the murderous Germans, I should say. This is what this movie was geared to do. And so when people didn't buy that, they came up with other more tear-jerking movies and scenes and stuff like that. Excuse me as I walk through my house and get to somewhere where I can get some tissue. But I tell you all of this story because we are celebrating a woman who was not for all of that bullshit. And she was not one to let you tug at her heartstrings unnecessarily with propaganda. And so my heartfelt shout out goes to Miss Helen Thomas, who died back in the mid 2000s. But before she left this earth, she spoke many truths, and she left those truths on record for everyone to hear. And, she survived through 10 different presidencies as a White House correspondent. 10 presidents. So that's over 40 years. Depending if each one of them did 8 years, that's 80 years. But she served for over 57 years in government, U.S. government. And so this lady knows what she's talking about when she speaks on Judaism and when she speaks on Germans and Poland. If you look at this woman and her features, she looks very German or Polish herself, as if this is her background. And so she's speaking from a place of knowledge. And, everybody is trying to act like she didn't know what she was talking about. This woman was very well versed in history. And she told it like it was. So all y'all motherfuckers out there who still believing that these white motherfuckers with these little curly cues on the side of their damn face are the true Jews, you've been fucking hoodwinked. You've been motherfucking led astray. Plymouth Rock landed on y'all and all of those colorful sayings. But thanks again to Miss Thomas for showing us who the true Jew is. She stated it for years. Y'all motherfuckers don't want to accept who you are, then you go ahead and continue to be that false ass image that you attached yourself to. All y'all niggas who run around and holler you not a Jew. All you niggas who run around and have all these different alternative thoughts. You go ahead and keep on claiming that bullshit. You're not no motherfucking Native American. You're not no motherfucking descendant. Well, you may be a descendant of the Moors because the Moors did do a lot of stuff. Um, but yeah, she definitely put it down for who's who, and motherfuckers know who the true Jews really are. So if you denying that, you're denying the truth that she's spoken, the truth that many have been forced to speak because she brought up those questions. I'm ashamed of you, but that's on you. That's between you and your creator. This your boy D Mac, man. I'm out of here. Just think on that, chew on that food for thought. I'm out.